Greetings, gentle viewers!
And howdy howdy!
We ain't wasting no time because we waste enough time as it is.
Us? Daymon, surely you jest. We're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm the Opinionator!
And I'm We Square!
And just to address something that has popped up recently that we hadn't had a chance to get to.
A dress rehearsal?
What is that even supposed to be?
I don't know.
You're just talking about the circumstances of the murder, but what is that? You're making us waste time! I'll kill you!
You thought you could progress, but I'm always there to get in the way.
It's so true.
Continue with your thoughts.
Why, I'll never forgive you, you rat! I've said a lot of stuff recently, kind of dogging Apollo for genericness and unlikability.
Right.
Okay, I want to make something clear. The reason that I'm doing that isn't because I don't like Apollo, it's that I don't think the games are giving Apollo enough time.
He likes Apollo too much.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I do like Apollo. That's actually why I'm saying that, because everybody dumps on Apollo. In fact, I'm really glad to see that a lot of you guys like Apollo too. So don't mistake me. I want things to be better for him. It seems like he was set up to be like the great successor character.
The torch carrier.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just that everybody else keeps overshadowing him in his own games, even when he seems to have
the momentum, the lead, the narrative focus.
The focus.
The focus, yeah.
Even when he's got what appears to be the narrative focus. Do better! Shake fist is what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go.
Well, we've already looked at everything on stage, so now it's time to look at everything backstage.
This, other than returning the notebook to Trucy, this should pretty much be it.
Yeah, then we should move on with the first day of the part of the trial.
Exactly.
Seeing the stage this way kind of breaks the illusion, doesn't it?
Well, it's bound to happen eventually when we're investigating this place.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why magicians don't reveal their tricks, for one.
It just goes to show that some things are better left unseen.
Ooh, listen to you, sounding all grown up and stuff.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll have some cynical one-liners of your own someday, too. Oh, man.
Oh, boy, I can't wait.
I have complicated feelings about this. Anyway, on to more pressing matters. Let's go examine the backstage area.
Okay. The understage seems like a good place to start.
Understage? I don't think that's what you would call it, but I guess I've never dealt with an understage, so I wouldn't know. There's a sign here that says understage. I bet these stairs go to the understage area.
Trucy told me she and her fellow magicians call it the Abyss. I wonder why.
Who knows? Maybe because it's really dark down there or something.
Ooh, I bet they've got all kinds of magical goodies stashed away down there. Come on, let's go check it out. Huh? The door's locked.
Oh man, come on!
The entrance to the Abyss is barred to mere mortals like us, huh?
But I wanna... Then I read the line. Oh well, that's what you call a swing at Abyss.
You have my approval.
I gotta go wash my hands out.
Just feel dirty?
Yeah. Huh, there's a coffin back here too. Looks like there's a stuffed dragon inside and flowers all over the front.
No, wait, look, it's just an illusion.
No, I'm pretty sure the flowers are like paint or something. It's not flowers, it's the dragon.
See, the dragon looks like it's inside.
Oh, it is paint!
But it's really just painted on the front lid.
I was right about something!
Like that big cube thing up front.
Oh! That is... Yeah, that cube was kind of mind-blowing, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. If the show hadn't been canceled, we might have gotten to see this trick too, huh?
I feel like I'm so easily amused.
Well, that's what magic's about, isn't it?
Being easily amused? Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's a guillotine, or as I like to call them, guillotines. But it's not real, it's just another one of Trucy's props.
I wonder if it was supposed to appear in the show.
Huh? You mean she didn't mention it to you?
She doesn't mention the whole thing to me.
She said you were going to make a guest appearance on stage for her guillotine trick.
But Trucy, why do you want to kill me so much? No, I would definitely remember not agreeing to something like losing my head on national TV! I swear Athena is just trying to kill Apollo the whole time.
Right? What is this thing?
It's a winch. I'm guessing they used it to pull Mr. Hat up and Mysterious too. Oh, look, there are two winches. One back there and one up here. As in, the one on the right's for Mr. Hat.
And the one on the left is for our mysterious shadow.
Which I still think is Mysterious somehow.
Right, right.
But even if it's not Mysterious, then that maybe it's...
Maybe the dragon?
Maybe Mr. Killer. No, remember the shadow.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like it could have been Mr. Hat, but it didn't have the same silhouette as Mr. Hat, which means it could belong to another top hat cape-wearing figure. Apparently, each winch was rigged up to something different. One of them was used to hold up the dragon set piece, or
I'm completely correct.
Well, that still wasn't what the other winch...
Correct.
While the other was connected to that weird puppet up in the catwalk. A weird puppet, huh? We better go check out the catwalk later.
We're just gonna keep opening up new areas to explore!
Well, that's kind of how these investigations go. Sometimes they just go on forever and, like, span through 800 different locations because that's what it takes.
Yeah. A dustpan, a broom, and a bucket. Guess they use these to keep the stage tidy, even though that's clearly some sort of magic trick.
Is it really? Well, I doubt that's what this bucket is for, though. See how it says fire on it?
Well, yeah, to clean up the fire. Oh, I guess it's a fire bucket then, that you keep fire in, right?
It's for Mysterious's fire trick, which is like the last big trick of the show. Yeah, I heard the theater owner went out and bought that just for this show. When he heard there was going to be a fire trick, he flew to the store to get it.
Like literally, he flew across the country in his personal jet.
But can a little bucket like this really put out a raging fire?
What's that? We're going to talk about buckets putting out fires?
I'm guessing the owner thought it could. Or at least wanted to feel better.
But it doesn't look like it's been used. In fact, the inside is caked with dust.
Well, other than the rehearsal, they never got a chance to do it.
What was the point of even buying the bucket then?
It doesn't matter! Wait a minute. That means nobody actually prepared for the fire trick after all. Huh. I have a feeling this might be an important bit of information.
Ah, fire bucket.
You know, why don't you take a look at the court record?
I believe I will. Yeah! Make sure the fire bucket is ready.
But that means they never prepared it.
Well, I wonder
this is a dress rehearsal, sure, but did they never even work on it before this?
Well, and this is maybe a little bit of a stretch without any real sort of... Maybe instead of water, it was supposed to be some sort of fire retardant powder? Like to smother it? All right, I guess up we go.
What about the rest?
There wasn't anything. It looks like this ladder leads to the catwalk overhead.
Do I really have to go up there? Why am I whining about it? Why don't you go on up and check it out, Athena? I'm sure you'll like the air up there, and this way, we don't have to render a whole new area.
Huh? Where in the world did you get that idea for Wait a minute. Are you saying I'm an airhead? How rude can you get?
That really took some creativity to draw that sort of a conclusion. Well, up you go. I'll just wait down here.
Okay. Now I'm starting to get the picture. You're afraid of heights, aren't you, Apollo? Come on now. This is for Trucy. She needs us. So up the catwalk we go.
Okay. Guess it's time to put on my big boy pants.
You carry around a second set of pants?
Well, I am Trucy's assistant after all.
Oh, I suppose that makes a lot of sense. Are your pants magic?
It looks like Mr. Hat is dead! Oh, poor Mr. Hat!
Are you alright, Apollo? You're white as a sheet.
I'm fine! Don't look down, Justice. Don't look down!
Those green things over there look like cushions. I guess one of them was used to absorb the force of impact when Mr. Hat zipped into it.
Which is what we talked about the first time we heard about this thing from Trucy.
Right. Let's go check it out.
Way over there!
Oh, come on. There's plenty of, arm railings. What's that? I guess it's that thing we were just talking about. Look, Apollo, it's Mr. Hat. He's the killer.
Well, we had considered that maybe Mr. Hat was used, but I don't think you can get enough force to stab somebody. But there's no reason to even assume that
But he
Mr.
was
Rios
killed
was
then.
actually
Yeah.
killed by stabbing. So, well, at that time.
Right.
Oh my God, he's attached to a wire? I can't believe it! Actually, didn't Trucy say something like, they quickly raised Mr. Hat up by wire into a cushion onto the catwalk.
Maybe the stagehands pulled Mr. Hat up and left him here afterwards?
That wire attached to his back, it looks like it's connected to one of the winches down below. Huh. Mr. Hat's cape is ripped in a suspicious place that looks awfully similar to Mr. Rios's body.
You're right!
Did that happen during the show? That's odd. It almost looks like it was slashed with a blade. How in the world did that happen?
It's a mystery to everyone.
Everyone.
Apollo, I see that you're trying to take this all in stride, and I respect that, and I'm gonna let you finish. But seriously, you're trembling like a newborn fawn up here. Get it together, man!
I don't want to hear that from you. I can't help it.
Poor Apollo.
It's scary up here.
I'm kind of afraid of heights, too.
I'm
Hey,
not
look.
Really? I used to be, but I got over it. I mean, I'm not going to be like traipsing around.
There are cushions attached to the underside, just like we've been talking about. Well, what are you standing way over there for? Come on over and have a look.
I mean, Athena is like an athlete with great balance, presumably, so she is traipsing around, and she wouldn't even get hurt if she fell, I'm sure. She's too dumb. You're not gonna try and push me off, are you?
Seriously, Apollo, come on, you'll be fine. Here, do you want me to hold your hand?
Please hold my hand, actually. If you wouldn't mind, I'm scared I'll fall down. Looks like you're right. And Trucy mentioned something about this, and we talked about it, didn't we? That a cushion was supposed to absorb the force of impact when Mr. Hat was raised up.
Don't talk so big when you're holding onto my head like that, Apollo.
Okay, I'm sorry.
These set pieces look like a rabbit and a moon.
Two things that are not at all connected.
Although they kind of look like they could be a duck and a croissant, too.
Wow! But what's that? My God, that's it.
I've seen that optical illusion of a drawing of a duck, or that also, if you look at it the right way, looks like a rabbit head as well.
The duck rabbit. I've never seen the duck rabbit before. See, I was like, but what about that thingy in the bottom? But then I was like, oh, it's feet.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a moon rabbit, though.
Of course it is. What do they look like to you, Apollo? I'm going to psychoanalyze you.
Well, I'm on Team Duck because the Grim Reaper and a guy falling to his death.
Come on, let's wrap up this investigation before your imagination catches up with you and you die of a heart attack.
I have very specific fears. Okay, now I guess it's the size, but if you look at the duck, you know, the bottom left nodule is its head.
Oh God, you're right! I do kind of see that!
So it does sort of look like it could be a man falling to his death. But Apollo used to be interested in being an astronaut. Wow, that is a big pulley. I wonder what it is for.
One's bigger than the other.
Looks like it's connected to one of the winches down below. We really ought to get back to looking at that winch, huh?
Right? The dragon set piece must have been hanging from this one.
Because this fell at the right time at the end of the show, and we have to find out, we have to know why that happened. That has to be important, because that's no coincidence. Then the smaller one is for Mr. Hat. Looks like Mr. Hat's rigged to this smaller pull. That's what I just said. Let's see. How'd it go? After being blown a kiss, Mr. Hat goes wild, and just as he's about to stab the coffin, he gets pulled up to the catwalk. And the smoke screen was to hide his ascent from the audience's view. then he was replaced by Trucy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that about does it for the catwalk. Do you think we missed any...
Nope. I think we're about done with the catwalk. Didn't miss a single thing. We're all done here. Yes, sirree.
I take it you're ready to go down.
Ducks, grim reapers, moon rabbits. I think we'd better. I feel a fainting spell coming on, and that means I'm going to stagger around everywhere, fall to my death, and drag you with me if I don't get down this ladder as fast as possible. And yes, that was a threat.
Oh, brother, you don't need me to hold your hand again, do you? That'd be kind of hard on like ladders.
Please hold my hand again. It makes me feel more secure. No, okay. Never again! Never again! You two are so embarrassing. All done? Pretty much. There's just one thing. The door to the understage passage was locked. Any way we can get down there? I mean, can you pick the lock or blow it open with explosives? That place? They locked it up as soon as we police finished our investigation down there.
Ah, so that means there should be a report.
If you want to check it out, you'll have to ask a magician.
I guess we'll have to ask Bonnie.
Well, Trucy's at
At the dispensation center?
So she can't help us. I guess we'll have to look for somebody else named Bonnie from the show because there is only one other person to look for.
Right?
Okay, and I'd better get back to my own investigation. See you around.
I'm sure we'll be right back here to go look underneath that stuff.
It's too bad about the understage area, but at least we learned a few things.
Yeah, like one of your greatest fears.
Yeah, we're not using that in court, got it? I wasn't talking about that. I meant how all the behind-the-scenes stuff is set up.
That's going to be really important for this.
And I mean, again, we learned the mystery person's fingerprints on the coffin. We can harp on that for a really long time. Okay. We found out there are 2 winches backstage. Mr. Hat was rigged to the first winch. Mr. Dragon was attached to the other one.
I don't think that was his name, Apollo. And both of them were used during the show.
Maybe Mr. Dragon was the one painted onto that coffin.
Oh, maybe. Right after the body was discovered, the dragon set piece fell to the stage, which is in no way suspicious.
What?
Come on, Apollo, wake up.
And in the chaos that ensued, the culprit could have switched the rubber sword with the real one. So it looks like the best way to prove Trucy's innocence is to identify the real killer.
Which was kind of duh.
I mean, that gets to it pretty good. I still don't think the sword switching matters. Ah, here we go.
What a complete and utter mess. This is all great. Just great.
By the way, thank you guys for letting us know it's Mr. Retinz. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta get the right ratings on TV.
That right kid is Bush League. Small potatoes. A half-grown has-been.
Huh? There's somebody on the stage. I wonder who it is and what they're doing. Maybe we should go talk to him, and does he have Starbucks?
Excuse me, Mr. Junior. I love all your shows.
Excuse me, Mr. Junior, are you connected to the show? I mean, he's the theater owner.
Right. What? You two got a couple more headaches for me to handle? I got my hands full as it is. I mean, look at this brimming cup of coffee in my hand with lady legs.
I apparently need a cup of coffee, whether there's lady legs attached to it or not.
Nothing can go wrong by adding lady legs.
Look, you heard that yawn I just gave, right? Hey, I remember this guy. It's interesting that he's wearing shorts. You couldn't see that before.
True. Hey, you there! What the heck's going on? They wouldn't even let me in. Me, for crying out loud.
Oh, Mr. Retinz, there was an accident during the show.
An accident? Great. Just great. That's all I need right now. Do you have any idea how much money we're sinking into this program?
Looks pretty expensive. Seems to
High
me,
production values.
Seems to me like you'd really want to make sure it was a success. Yeah, this is that man who was going off at the staff in front of the theater.
I ain't never seen you guys before. If I had to guess, I'd say you're not production staff. What's that I spy with my little eye?
I didn't have to present it to you!
And a Tornays badge?
We're not in Kurain, you fool! You bootlicker! You pitiful, pathetic bootlicker!
Well, how do you do? I didn't know you fine folks were lawyers.
A tornado? Lawyers? What's wrong with you people?
My business card, if you would. Charmed to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Well, Mr. Roger Retinz, here is my foot. Can you please begin licking my shoes? Oh, very, very good, very good.
Apollo, I didn't know you were into that stuff.
I just want somebody to look up to me for once, even if it is completely fake. Oh, thank you. Why, yes, I am a lawyer. So, you're from the TV station, I take it?
Sharp as a tack you are. I'm the producer of this TV special. Oh, my idea, by the way.
I'm Apollo Justice, Trucy Rights defense attorney.
Trucy Rights? Well, ain't that a kick in the head? How about you open with that tidbit next time, champ?
Okay. What happened to the schmoozy Magoo bit?
I'm Roger Retinz. Hold the applause and no autograph, kids. I'm on the clock.
I highly doubt you get paid an hourly wage.
Apollo, Sky looks really familiar, but I can't quite
Don't worry about it,
what
Athena.
happened yesterday. Really, kid? Then try this on for size. Hang loose, baby!
Excuse me?
Hang loose, baby. Apollo, it's the Ratings Raja from Take-Two TV!
You mean he even has a catchphrase? And Athena watches enough TV to know? That's like me yawning. Why are you always choking?
I don't know.
Why am I always yawning?
He's huge, crazy huge, like a real famous producer.
Well, I keep asserting that he is something, but the very first thing that I asserted was that he was a producer.
Yeah.
I was right originally and wrong every subsequent time. You should never second guess yourself. Thus, from now on, the first thing that pops into my mind, I will know is true. Really? I've never heard of him.
Seriously, man? What kind of cave did you crawl out of?
I don't watch TV. I watch everything on demand because this is 20...
Roger Retinz, the Ratings Raja, Titan of the TV screen. Still not ringing a bell? You ain't seen my hit Saturday night talk show at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central?
Good Lord, why is Knox always updating Facebook Lite? Neither of us even use Facebook. No, I can't say that I have. I don't like talk shows.
You're blowing my mind, kid. You even know what a TV is? Say it with me. Television.
Television.
Close enough.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident?
No. What kind of comeback is that? Grow some backbone, kid. I basically lobbed that one at you. Now hit me with your best barb. Viewers will love that.
Oh, you're talking about the back and forth or something?
Come on, you gotta sell it.
That's absolutely true. Sell what?
Copies of this game. Say something funny for the nice people at home. Go on, hit me with your best shot.
Athena, will you please hold my hand? I'm scared.
I don't think I want to give that kind of image to the people back home.
My best shot?
We're rolling here. Hurry up before they change the channel. Chop, chop. My camera is directly live streaming.
I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine.
Oh, man, that was pretty good.
Okay. Here it goes. To talk to the hand. I does.
Kapow? Really? And why are you pointing all dramatically like we're in court?
So that's what he meant. I kind of liked my I'm fine.
That was really good.
It's because I hate myself. Yeah, that's what he just said.
Apollo. Oof. That's going in the cringe reel for sure.
Welcome to my life.
I think we can all agree that was a mistake.
Welcome to my life. If I choked any harder, I need the Heimlich maneuver.
I blame myself, really. Should have known better than to waste good film on a nobody.
Why does everybody have to rub it in so hard? The next thing that's gonna happen is the damn prosecutor's gonna be nice to me and solve my case for me.
So you wanted an exclusive or what? I guess we do want
No, we don't. You know what we want to do?
What do we want to do?
Present all our evidence, Adam, because that's gonna be way less interesting. You gotta go to present, not the court record there, buckaroony. And then you click on that thing in the bottom left, and oh my gosh. I gotta do everything for you, kid. Here, take a look at this.
What are you showing me that for? What, you want me to do a special on you guys?
Because I'm a lawyer!
It's a lawyerful life. Justice in the courtroom. You see how I did there? It's kind of a pun on multiple levels because your name is Justice.
But, yeah, I guess that was actually pretty good. Cool. Yeah, let's go with that, okay?
Plus, it gets some publicity for the agency. Count us in, Mr. Retinz. Ratings.
Rottens?
Robert, whatever your name is. All right, then let's jump right into it. Ahem. What made you decide to become lawyer?
Well, you see, way back when I was... Oh, wait, we don't want to actually talk about that or Clay or anything like that. Hey, we're asking you questions. Something dumb. Like that?
Now it's your turn. Jump in with a snappy comeback.
Snappy comeback. Lay down a...
What? Lay down a sick burn? Me? About Apollo? Sure! You two. I'm practically falling asleep over here. No, that's Daymon.
And our viewers.
Yeah. Where's the drama? The gravitas? How are you going to draw in viewers with that yawn fest?
I'm sorry, okay?
Work on your delivery and get back to me.
See, Billy, this is why you always present your attorney's badge. You always do this first.
I have learned my lesson. I think he's confusing actors and attorneys.
Well, depending on what's going on, they may not necessarily be that different.
Is that a scoop? No? Then get it out of my face. Who's going to tune in to see something like that?
Geez, don't remind us. He might actually have something to say about the bucket.
Let's find out.
No, he has nothing to say about the bucket.
He doesn't have anything to say about anything.
No, just like everybody else.
So, tell us more about yourself. I'm sure you would love to.
Bet it's his favorite subject. Today's magic show is being broadcast live on TV, even though it was a dress rehearsal, wasn't it? And you were the producer, right?
That's right. Rising magic star versus old school Gramarye. It was going to be wild. We were going to have viewers vote for their favorite magician during the show. Oh, that's kind of interesting.
What does that have to do with what's going on, though?
And the loser would have had a really embarrassing prank done to them, huh? It was gold, I tell you. Guaranteed rating.
I don't know if that's worthy of being too suspicious. It does sound kind of tacky if you ask me, but I'm not the one who pulls out, like, money from my pocket to fan myself with.
I'm telling you, man, modern viewers eat this stuff up with a spoon. Trust me. All we gotta do is serve it up nice and hot. A feast for the eyes.
More like junk food for the brain.
Potato chips.
I don't think that's how that saying goes, but us and messing up sayings is very normal.
But that little brat had to go and ruin everything with that accident of hers. You have any idea how many times they dragged me over here to prepare for today?
But you're the producer? Huh, he must know this theater pretty well if he came by that often.
Oh, that gives me an idea. How about this? Mad mindscape of a magical murderess. Closet comrades come clean.
Closest! Mad mindscape of a magical murderess. Closest comrades come clean. Is it?
Tell me, has Trucy always shown signs of being unhinged?
Oi. That's great.
He must have a notebook full of all these pre-written things and he's not skilled enough to flip to them. When did you tell she was about ready to snap?
That's correct, Billy.
I made an observation.
That was a joke. At one time, there was a joke with that. You then took the joke and dissected it. And you know what? You don't dissect things that are still alive. You just kill them.
Oh, is that true? I guess you do have to kill them first.
Well, you're the guy who likes to stab waifus, so...
This guy's cruising for a bruising, Apollo!
As long as you don't get caught on camera, go right ahead.
Truth be told, I'm not surprised about the way things turned out.
Oi, what does that mean?
Magicians are pretty much the dregs of society. Am I right?
No? What's that? Didn't I just say that?
Magicians are all a bunch of good-for-nothings, if you ask me.
Then why are you producing a magic show?
Con artists and thieves is what they are. They trick people and take their money.
Yeah, but you know that's going to happen. They're not taking your money and then flushing it down the toilet. They're providing a spectacle. Coming from you. That's rich, pal.
I am rich, thank you. Magic tricks aren't the same as con jobs, you know. Can I punch him, Apollo?
I told you, as long as it's not on camera. That's just hard because he's carrying around a camera. That's right! The people watching never feel like they've been cheated unless they didn't enjoy the show.
Lawyers spout hypocritical nonsense. Big surprise there, lol. And post. I just updated my Twitter.
You're
Did he just post about us in real time?
You're live tweeting your sick burns.
Those Grammarys are all criminals. It's in their blood.
Boy.
Trucy Wright ain't no different.
Well, I guess I know where he's getting that.
That girl is no good. She may look all sweet and innocent, but she's a stone-cold killer. Don't you dare talk about Trucy like that. You don't know the first thing about her. You wouldn't find a sweeter, harder-working girl anywhere, period. She's got the wool pulled over your eyes, I see.
What in the world are you talking about? Besides, aren't you totally the type who normally turns out to have done it in the end?
I don't know what you're talking about. You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile.
That's really what you want, isn't it? Because that would be the best ratings, talk show, etc., etc. Look, after so many games...
I'll prove those Grammarly magicians are all a bunch of lowlives.
Does he have a grudge against Trucy? Or maybe against all of Troop Grammarly? Lost some money on him in the past?
Maybe. TV is a window to the truth. It's not like that magic stuff or the streetwise charlatans that perform it.
I kind of don't agree with you, but...
Like in any aspect.
I don't have any problem with fiction, and it's true that fiction is often... Good fiction is a sort of meta-reality that's realer than real.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's pretty important, and it's possibly to give this guy the biggest compliment he'll probably ever receive what he was getting at, but that's not really what he means.
Right.
So what were you doing at the time of the incident?
Shooting a show in the station studio. That was an unintentional alliteration. We had a whole bunch of girls in bikinis wrestle each other for the camera.
So you didn't see the accident as it actually happened, which, even though we kind of saw you come up to the place...
Yeah! That's right. That's why I was shocked when I first got here.
Yeah, we were here when you first got here. So we didn't hear about the accident until he arrived, huh? That's kind of weird.
I'm guessing what you really want to know is whether or not I have an alibi. Am I right?
Well, of course.
My staff at the TV studio can vouch for me. Why not go there and ask them yourself? You can give them my card and they'll let you in.
Shoo, shoo, shoo.
Yeah.
Shoo, shoo, shoo. So, you have an alibi, huh? Good to know.
It's a shame. A crying shame, I tell you. What was supposed to be a fun, lighthearted program turned into this sorry affair.
Are you sure you weren't doing it on purpose, entirely for your benefit?
I'll have to sell it to news outlets all over the world if I'm gonna make my money back.
Controversy sells! Sells! Sells!
Trucy Wright will make her debut all right. Not as a magician, but as a criminal.
What?
It's my duty to report it. Can't let a tragedy like this happen again now, can I? Even if she gets off somehow, I'll make sure she never walks the streets again.
We won't let that happen. We won't let you do that to her. We're gonna prove her innocence in court.
Listen to you, acting all high and mighty. You're just another money grubber. I know how you lawyers do things. You'll stop at nothing to win.
I beg your pardon?
If you win your trials, you get fat stacks, right? Is money really all you care about?
Have you ever heard of this psychological concept called projection, sir? It is where you accuse your opponents of the very thing you're guilty of. And you're able to do it rather convincingly because you actually sort of understand and believe these things and have a well-developed idea and know it about yourself, which is why you can sort of identify it so easily. Also, it helps that you're actually holding like $10,000 and fanning your freaking face with it!
What's with him, Apollo? Why won't he listen?
Well, why would he?
But enough about you. I'm all about going after Trucy now. I won't stop until I won't stop until she's behind bars. That's how we in the media dish out justice. Before you even get to court, my expose is gonna take you down.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Well, gotta get back to the station. Hang loose, baby!
Don't call me Bebe.
No, Daymon!
Playing to type! What do you want? It looks like the prosecution won't be our only opponent this time.
But no way are we gonna let that guy have his way either!
That's right! Okay, we're done with this stage, so let's go someplace else. Because we could have gone here first or something. I still wish we could check out that understage passage, but that's what the other days in the trial are for. What else can we investigate right now?
Well, I mean, we need to go back to Trucy and give her her notebook for one.
Mainly that.
The victim was a popular magician, the great Mr. Rias.
Was this Mr. Rias really all that famous?
Yeah, he was especially well known for his time reversal trick.
Time reversal?
Oh my! He could turn even a fully grown chicken back into a baby chick. That's kind of impressive.
I kind of wish I could have seen that. Where'd he put the chicken?
Oh, some line that I've already read.
Bucket! Nucket.
I'd have a response to that, but I'd have to censor myself.
How scandalous!
Should we head to the dressing room just to see if Bonnie's there?
Yeah, I think you should hit that in the theater as well. See? You never know! There's probably gonna be, like, maybe Bonnie will be here. You know what I remember is in the very first Phoenix Wright game, which I do think was one of the better games, there was a level of logic that they hadn't. Logic isn't the right word. They ended up developing the investigations better, possibly based on feedback on this game, because I remember the investigations were so bad in the very first game. In the Steel Samurai case, which I think was the third case in the first game, you literally ran around the movie studio like in a circle, just hoping somebody else would appear, and you never knew when you were done with the place, and you never knew when you had to wait for somebody else to appear.
Oh God!
It drove me crazy. It did, I guess, teach me to do this though. About all that's left is to check out that understage passage. We'll have to try to get one of the staff members to unlock the door. Hopefully that means somebody's about to walk into this room. Oh, it's you people again. You came back. Huh? I saw you, you know.
Oh my. Oh, it's you, the bunny assistant from the show, right?
What? Oh, yes, that's right.
And?
My name is Bonny de Famme. I remember her talking to us earlier. She was kind of cryptic.
Pretty dark.
And she has her own theme song, too.
Oh.
Performing magic is like walking a tightrope. There's always an element of danger. One little mistake can even cost you your life, you know.
Yeah, that wasn't suspicious at all.
I wonder if she'll make it across today. And what do you mean by that exactly? Oh, nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You know, your laugh was really ominous in that flashback, Miss de Famme.
She said some pretty strange things then. I saw you take it.
Oh, she must mean the notebook.
You took something from our dressing room.
Oh, Bonnie, that teleportation trick you did was amazing! Fantastic!
Okay, I love how she's hopping.
Like holding her hat, which is tied to her bangs.
Yes, it is tied to her bangs, but that's so she can wear the rest of, her outfit. What? Oh, thank you. But what you did, stealing is...
What other kinds of magic tricks can you do? I can disarm people with my words, too.
Me? Oh, well, how about this?
That is adorable!
How many of those can you make?
Splendido!
Athena, I think Bonnie is trying to say something to us, but you keep interrupting her.
She is?
Thank you, Mr. Thief. Thief? Queen! Like I've said like 40 times, I saw you. I saw you.
So don't you think it's funny about how...
Please don't take things from our dressing room.
Apollo, I'm sensing some hostility from the bunny.
What? So it's true what they say. Thieves really do return to the scene of the crime, don't they? Thieves? I thought it was just arsonists in real life.
Guess that means she really saw us, huh?
I bet this looks pretty bad. If you return what you stole right now, I won't call the police. Oh boy. Now we've got to explain what this is about.
Yeah!
You've got it all wrong. We're Trucy's lawyers, and if you saw us do it before, why didn't you say something then?
Right?
She asked us to bring the notebook to her. Trucy's lawyers? Oh, I'm so sorry I called you thieves. If you really thought we were thieves, why were you still doing magic tricks for us? I can't help it. Whenever anybody asks, I just can't bring myself to refuse. Does that mean she's a real people person, or that she aims to please a little too hard?
I would say the second one.
Or maybe it means that that's why she became a magician.
Maybe. In that case, can you tell us the secret to your teleportation trick?
This isn't fair. Well, okay, that's
That is
adorable.
amazing.
I don't know if I should.
Oh! If I keep up this pressure, she just might tell us. I've been dying to know.
Athena, if you
Someone
keep
I
up
can
the
bully.
If you keep up the pressure, she just might knock herself out. Leave the poor girl alone. Are you investigating the case?
I'm investigating your magic tricks.
Yes, that's right. I'm Trucy's biggest fan. I just love her to bits. I'd do anything to help her. We appreciate that. In that case, would you mind if we asked you a few questions? I mean, for one, I don't really understand how to... we gotta get to know her!
Yeah.
I'm sorry I accused you of stealing earlier. Did you think we were some random fans who had snuck into your dressing room and
That makes sense.
wanted to take something that we wanted to do illicit things with later?
Oh my.
No, your flashy red and yellow get-ups had me thinking you're some new comedy duo.
She saw right through us, Polly. Oh no, I'm sorry, Trucy calls you that.
Comedy duo? What makes you think I'm funny? I thought you were polishing your old married couple routine while you were poking around.
This is why I didn't want to hold your hand in front of the camera. Old married couple routine? Is that really how other people see us?
I guess I'd better keep my badge handy at all times. You too, Athena! Oh, what's that? Some kind of new magic prop? I don't know why I would say that, considering it's a diagram. I can help when it comes to all things magic.
It could have been a diagram of a magic prop.
It's that! And then she was like, uh-oh, I better just play it off. It's actually case evidence. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid I can't be of much help then.
I love Bonnie.
I can't quite tell how to take her, you know? I've been a fan of Troop Grammary for a really long time.
Was Troop Grammary really as amazing at magic as people say?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Magnifie Grammary's unique and wonderful tricks kept his audience mesmerized, and he crafted so many rare and special tricks, things I could never believe. But I can't read this fast in magazines.
Oh God, she's knocked us out with her voice.
And that's why I think Troop Grammary is truly a legendary group of magicians.
Oh yes! Wow! Very interesting. I see. Hello?
I can't believe I dozed off half. She dozed. Yeah. What? She doesn't have something to say about the notebook she saw
Really?
steal? She saw a seal?
She saw a seal. Did you see a seal?
I gotta say, they're just so much more expressive. In the previous game, Dual Destinies, I actually kind of complained a little because I thought that they were a little too over the top compared to previous games. And this seems to me like it's really more back in line with the way that they used to be, which is genuinely funny. Like, basically every single expression that every character has had so far is great. It's really fun and really funny, and I like it. And if you got a problem with me liking something, then I'll fight you. That's Mr. Rias. You were Mr. Rias's assistant, right?
It was really awkward when he keeps pulling you out of hats, I'm sure.
Did he teach you any tricks? A few, yes. But he once said to me, your magic isn't strong enough yet.
That's an interesting way. Oh, she caught it this time!
You would have a difficult time transforming into a dragon at this time. Huh? What was all that supposed to mean? And I admit that I'm really paying more attention to her cane and if she's gonna clock herself on the head than reading her line. Mr. Rias always stayed in character, even when he wasn't on stage.
So you were right. We were right that he didn't change into regular clothes and did go out like that.
Somehow Somehow, Athena got one right. It made it kind of difficult to talk with him sometimes. It sounds like he was a rather quirky guy, but if you look at him, he would have to be. But what about this bucket?
What about this bucket? Oh, no one's gonna care about the bucket.
You're a magician, right, Bonnie? That's right. My specialties are teleportation and this little trick right here. Poof! Nothing happened. What? Was it great?
There's only room for one bunny in there and it already left.
Looks like Mr. Bunny's in a bad mood right now. Or that she messed up. You said that you're a big fan of Trucy's, right? Oh yes, I look up to her more than anyone else in the whole world. What about her makes you respect her so much? She's just incredible. Not only is she extremely talented, but she's so cool under pressure and always manages to keep a smile on her face. In spite of all that talent, she still works harder than anybody I know. You couldn't ask for more out of a magician. I'm sensing a shift into hyper fangirl drive. I love the unique way she does her tricks and how she charms the audience. I especially love her magic panties trick, which is the first time I saw her, I was so moved. I've gone to the shows to see her perform so many times, and I blah 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 blah, and that's why I think Trucy's just help me.
I see. I think we have a pretty good idea of how much you adore her now.
Oh, was I talking too much? I'm so sorry. I'd better be careful about when and how I ask her about Trucy.
She's going to testify at court and put everyone to sleep.
It's like she has this perfect stage persona that's like the sort of performance persona that you ought to have, but her actual personality seems to be like kind of mousy and polite and fangirly.
Timid like a bunny.
Yeah. Can you believe that I didn't think of it that way?
That's why I'm here.
Anyway, that's why I'll do anything at all to help Trucy.
I don't trust her!
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, you just have to prove her innocence. Don't worry. I plan to do just that. Hey, this is an Ace Attorney game. Everybody is going to be lying to us about something for reasons that are inscrutable, unfair, and they shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
I wish Trucy could see that she has people like Bonnie in her corner rooting for her.
I mean, we could just tell her about Bonnie being such a big fan of hers when we go talk to her. I mean,
but why would we do that?
Just saying.
You were in the magic show, right? I mean, I saw you, but I guess we have to bring this up.
Can you blow a kiss at me?
That's right. I take it you saw my teleportation trick?
Yes, it was just wonderful. You moved from one place to another in the blink of an eye. That's what teleportation is.
I admit it was pretty amazing. I have no idea how you transported yourself over such a distance in just a split second.
It must be so fun to be able to do a trick like that. Teleportation looks so cool. It's like a superpower or something. I would use it to go get stuff out of the fridge without having to leave my place.
I bet you would. Yeah, my trick is turning some heads in the magic world right now. They're calling it new miraculous magic. Some even say it's the real deal.
Wait a minute. Hold on. When we were talking about the fingerprints, didn't they say that even twins have different fingerprints?
I was about to say that myself, yes. The only way it could be the real deal, turning heads, there's two of them.
Yeah, and that's why there's fingerprints that don't match.
Yeah, that's the only way to make it work. So, man, does that mean that one of the two is the twin?
There's two bunnies in the back in the cage.
So, I'm sorry, what I said made no sense. Does that mean that one of the two is the murderer?
Probably.
And the other one doesn't know it?
Probably, yeah. But of course she's not going to reveal her secret, because that's not how magicians work.
Then again, I mean, we have alternate Bonnie, real Bonnie, and, well, because, alternate Bonnie, it's just like this one time in Saint Seiya, in the Asgard arc. It was the guy,
yeah!
It was the guy who was like Shadow Viking Tiger Claw, who's yelling it out in katakana is the dumbest sounding thing in the world.
But it's so fun to shout.
Shadow Viking Tiger Claw! Anyway, Their big special deal was that there were twins, and one of them was always in the background, and no one could ever see him coming. But the thing is nobody knew he existed.
Even the original twin.
And so he hated himself because he had to hide from the world. So it's like that. If this is really their magic trick, that's why. That like the other one just hates the fact that she has to hide in the shadows the whole time.
Yeah, that's why the other bunny's dark.
Even though, yeah, that's it right there. And even though probably half the time you're seeing this Bonnie, that Bonnie has to act like this Bonnie.
Yeah, so she can't act like herself.
She can't have her. She's not allowed to have her own identity, even though they may even be the same. And furthermore, didn't I see this as the plot twist to a movie in the 2000s? Not The Conjurer, but there was some magician-y movie. Wasn't this that? Sounds like it.
You've seen more movies than I have.
Real magic, huh? I know there must be an explanation, but it sure does look real.
I just have to figure that trick out. I want to do it myself.
Okay.
Hage Bunshin no Jutsu!
Do it, Athena! Go!
Do you really want two Athenas?
No! Oh, you'll never figure it out. I always perform it perfectly.
Oh God, why have I got it? So, every time we see her, we need to look for anything out of place. Like if she's holding the cane the other direction or something like that.
Okay.
Or if the hat's on a different
The
way.
opposite side, the different
or like
ear.
the badge.
Or
yeah.
the other ear flopped. She's got black cufflinks. Is that ever going to change? Badge on the other side? Because the thing is due to the Sailor Moon effect, no matter how different the other one might appear, if it different at all, nobody would ever notice.
Here we go.
Yeah, she's lying. Oh yeah? This feeling. Looks to me like Bonnie is hiding something. Is it really appropriate to blast her with it? You gotta hit the thingy.
Sharingan, activate!
Man, I've been looking forward to these. I always really liked it. It's like you always start with the face.
Yeah, well, she's a rabbit, so it might be a nose twitch or something.
I think it's going to be on I Always or Perform It Perfectly. Well, duh. Okay, we're good on the face.
Okay. Let's try her hand then. Aha!
There it is!
It's Mr. Bunny!
What was it on? Perform?
I'll always perform, yeah.
Bonnie, when you said perform it perfectly, Mr. Bunny looked out of your hat. Your right hand would tremble and move your hat a little bit. I even caught a glimpse of the little rabbit hiding underneath. Ugh. Did you really perform the teleportation trick perfectly this time? Of course, I definitely got that part right. What do you mean, that part? Wait a minute. Are you saying that you... Well, it's gonna be one of them.
Well, it's not pick the wrong career.
Well, right, obviously that's...
And she didn't mess up Trucy's escape, so this seems to be the relevant one.
Yeah, I agree. Did you maybe make a mistake in switching the swords? I wasn't involved with that part, so how could I make a mistake? Not even I could mess up if I was simply watching.
Fair point!
If you were simply watching?
Oh!
I never make any mistakes under any circumstances. That's what I meant.
Okay, because she did have the sword first. And was disarmed by Mr. Hat.
She seemed pretty flustered just now. I bet she did make a mistake somewhere. Wait a minute. Are you saying that we were wrong and it was messed up Trucy's escape? Maybe you performed you might have performed the teleportation trick flawlessly. But what about Trucy's escape trick after that? Did you make some kind of mistake during that? Oh, Well, well, did you? You see, did you or didn't you?
Don't make her cry.
I did. You're absolutely right, Mr. Lawyer. I made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick.
How could she be so harebrained? I would like a cookie now.
Did you hear the crickets? Did you hear the crickets? I'm sorry I lied. I feel like I pulled off a magic trick of my own just trying to get that out of her. So why don't you tell us about this mistake, Rabbit?
I like your joke better. You varmint!
So, you made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick. Yes, I was in charge of operating Mr. Hat, you see. But I made a huge goof. So, did Trucy explain to you how the escape trick works?
Yes, and we're going to go over it again.
She knew we need to know for our investigation, so she shared the secret. Let's see. After Trucy escaped from the coffin down into the understage passage, Mr. Hat was to be pulled up to the catwalk by a winch. Trucy would then pop up on stage through a trap door. I was operating Mr. Hat at the time, but I flubbed up where I was supposed to have him stand.
Wait! Hold on! How was she operating Mr. Hat while fighting him?
I don't know, but let's take
Okay,
what she says
okay.
at face value for the moment.
Okay,
the moment.
Okay.
I was supposed to make Mr. Hat stand to the left of the coffin, but I messed up and had him stand to the right by accident. That matches up with what we saw during the show. Like, we're gonna need to go look at that.
Mm-hmm. But then, doesn't that mean... Yeah! Trucy would have ended up popping up on the side opposite to Mr. Hat?
But that's not actually what happened. Yes, she would have if she hadn't done some quick thinking on her feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she did pop up. She managed to pop up on the right-hand side of the coffin for me. So the audience never even knew a mistake had been made.
That's just how skilled Trucy is. Way to go, Trucy!
So... that means that might have been part of the sword trick that was messed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the place she put the sword was on the right-hand side of the coffin. Also, I was about to start choking again.
Of course you were.
Also, something else that... Why was Mr. Hat on top of the cushion? If he was pulled up into the cushion, and then, like, that was the end of the stuff with him, shouldn't he still be kind of hanging there?
Maybe. I mean, that makes sense.
I mean,
you're right. That is a detail worth remembering, but it's nothing that we can say. It's a detail we have to notice.
Yeah.
I mean, the position of the swords and however it is the sword trick's done, we don't know how the sword trick's done, so we couldn't say if this was a mistake there. But we just don't know enough.
Yeah.
But my mistake caused her so much trouble. I think I better ask Trucy about this later, too. By the way, we'd like to investigate the understage passage. Would that be all right? Oh, yes, by all means. Anything to help prove Trucy's innocence. I'll unlock it for you.
Hey, there you are. You got a minute?
Oh, Mr. Retinz. Yes, of course.
Not you, Bunny. The lawyers. They're the ones I want to see.
You have business with us?
I'm here to tell you can't go underneath the stage because reasons.
That's exactly what he's here to do, yeah.
I hear you two are from the same agency as Trucy. Is that true?
Are you saying there's a conflict of interest? But we're lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
This is for you then. Hang loose, baby.
Uh-oh. A contract between Take-Two TV, the first party, and Trucy Wright, the party of the second party. If, through the fault of the second party, the show must be canceled in part or in full, The
Oh, no.
second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party, and there is no way that this was an accident. $3 million!
Right? Yeah, that's more like it. That shocked expression. Reaction. That dopey expression. I got my lines confused.
Good job, Retinz.
You
You blew it.
You'd make a great comedian.
You just told me we sucked. Oh, really?
I know. I'll put you on my show. We'll get one of those cartoon anvils to fall on your head. Wait a minute. Is this for one of those hidden camera prank shows?
Not now, Athena.
You wish! That's an official contract. See for yourselves. You're the lawyers, after all. You should know one when you see one, right?
Uh-oh. He's right. It's all signed and everything.
You better make sure your agency pays what Trucy owes me. In full.
I'm pretty sure we can't pay that. The Right Anything Agency doesn't have that kind of money.
Then I guess you're gonna have to go fishing for some.
Man,
I can see it now! Craziest catch! Legend of the seasick lawyers!
why do we go talking about our finances all the time, and why aren't we familiar with contract law?
Yeah, you'd kind of think that, like, she wouldn't sign it without Phoenix looking at it or something?
Oh, well... You know, that's a really good point!
Like, a father who is also a lawyer, could you please explain this to me?
And then Phoenix like, I don't know anything about contract law. Fishing on the high seas? No thanks! I can't even swim. I can't handle heights. Nobody likes me. This is so ridiculous. Why does everything dump on me, Apollo?
Wow, you're just kind of useless, aren't you, Apollo?
I'm fine.
Objection! What kind of ridiculous, low-down, unfair, one-sided, poopy, stinky-faced contract is this?
The kind where Trucy didn't consult with her dad before signing it.
Hey now, there's nothing ridiculous here. It's all perfectly legit. I thought he said legal.
Look, if there was some way that one of us knew anything about contract law, we'd try and come up and see if there was some way we could get it declared invalid, but we don't, so...
It's got her signature on it. See?
Athena, will you hold my hand?
I'm not going to hold your hand! People will just think we're more married couples! My boys have got to see the stupid look on your faces. It's priceless. And a post. I'm getting responses already. It's gonna go viral. Be part of the conversation and hashtag stupid lawyers. No! How could he? Bye-bye, reputation.
I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm embarrassed.
You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. I'm gonna drive Troop Grammary and everybody associated with it into the ground.
Why do I detect that you are responsible for all of this?
Serves you right for getting involved with the Grammaries. Right, agency?
Did I detect a hint of mustache twirling, sir? What's this grudge you have against the Grammaries, anyway?
I don't twirl my mustache. I pay people to do that. Huh? What are you talking about? Stress is making you paranoid, champ. Come on, Bonnie. We have more filming to do.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, and I'll unlock the I'll unlock the door to the interstate passage for you later.
Later, lawyers. Hang loose, baby. Why would Trucy sign a contract like this?
And why did all of this have to happen when Mr. Right isn't here? That's why it happened the way it happened.
Oh, yeah! 'Cause
Boy!
she's on vacation!
It sure is great that Trucy trusts me, Apollo, so much that she won't consult me about signing a contract, even though I know nothing about contract law.
Well, even if Apollo doesn't know anything about contract law, surely he can get a hold of someone who might.
Quit making sense!
I'm so sorry.
We'll have to come back for the understage later. Let's go hear Trucy's side of the story.
Good thinking. We can't let you hit the high seas just yet. Arr, I'm picturing you with an eye patch.
There must be something we can do. We can't let the ratings Roger get his way. All we can do is just keep searching for the truth, etc., etc. Hey, Athena.
Yeah?
When was the last time you wore a dress?
Prom.
You should totally put that Alice in Wonderland dress on.
Ooh, do you think Trucy will get mad if I do?